A New Jersey school bus monitor has been charged with manslaughter and child endangerment after investigators say she was using her cell phone and failed to notice a 6-year-old girl being suffocated by a seatbelt. Amanda Davila is charged in the death of Fajr Williams, who was found unresponsive when she arrived at Claremont Elementary School 1 week ago. She was taken to a hospital and pronounced dead. The Somerset County Prosecutor's Office says a bumpy ride caused Faja to slump in her wheelchair, and the harness that secured her to a chair tightened, restricting her airway. Faja's mother, Najmah Nash, joins me now live to talk more about her daughter. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here.
No problem. Good morning.
Good morning. First off, just tell me about Faja. Tell me about your daughter and what made her so special.
My baby, she was 6 years old, and she was just one of the sweetest, most gentle babies I know. She had those big brown eyes that, would draw you to her. The cutest dimples and smile that would just light up like any darkness. She was even sassy and bossy at times, but I wouldn't change any of it for the world. She was diagnosed with Emmanuel syndrome, which is a rare chromosome disorder that she was diagnosed with at the age of 3 months. And she was a warrior. She went through multiple surgeries, and she went through everything gracefully and just still smiled and still had that joyful spirit. And anyone that she would come into contact with, they just loved her.
How do you want to make sure that she's remembered?
The kind of life that Faja lived, I don't have to make sure. People all over, teachers, families, social workers, therapists, they're going to remember my baby because that's the kind of mark she left. She's not going to be forgotten, and I'm also going to make sure her name isn't forgotten, but I don't even think I would have to, but I will.
And in a sense, it sounds like you are becoming an advocate for victims at this point, for young children. Is that what you're trying to do here?
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that, Faja's voice is heard through me, and not just about Faja, for other disabled children that go through this, especially with Emmanuel syndrome. But it doesn't, have to be just about Emmanuel syndrome. It will be about all children. Like, they're all human, and they deserve to be heard. They deserve to feel safe. Their parents deserve to feel safe when they, entrust their kids with transportation companies. So yes, I want to look at policies and procedures, and clearly the policies and procedures that are in place at this time are failing, and that's a problem. So I'm here to initiate change.
How did you find out what happened? Because I imagine that you had sent Faja to school just like you would do any day of the week, right?
Yes, that's correct. I sent her off. She was sent off to school, and approximately maybe 35 minutes later, I received a phone call from the school directly to myself.
And Amanda Davila, the bus monitor who is tasked with watching your daughter, Faja, has been charged now with manslaughter. Do you feel that that is the appropriate charge? Is that what you wanted to see?
What I wanted was justice. I want to see justice. So to answer your question, I don't know how to feel about it. I do know that she was charged with the most severe charge that she could be, given the evidence. And that's what I'm asking for. And she will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of law.
What do you want to say to parents of children who are sending their children to school and they require a bus monitor there on the bus with them?
First thing I want to say is stay focused and ask questions. Engage these people that we are entrusting with our children. Because, I thought that I dotted my I's and crossed my T's with my baby girl, Faja. And clearly that still wasn't enough. It still wasn't enough, so we need to double check, triple check, ask questions, make sure that we're in constant communication with not with just the transportation company, but also the people that are on the bus, the driver, as well as the aide. And in some cases, a child may have a nurse as well. So we just want to make sure that we're in constant communication, staying focused. And like I said, I'm in a direction of trying to initiate change because the policies and procedures that are in place right now clearly aren't enough.
All right, Najmah Nash, thank you so much for taking the time to be here to talk about Faja. Is there anything else that you want to make sure that people know or that you want to say before I let you go here?
I just want people to know that Faja was loved. Her service was beautiful. It did take place on Saturday, July 22nd, and she's in a better place now. And that's it. And just keep my family in your prayers and continue to fight for justice for Faja.
All right. Thank you again for taking the time to join us. Our thoughts, of course, with your family right now.
Thank you, Josh.